Hi, this is Andrew with Blueprint for Biz, and recently you requested my free guide on on mastering the four fundamentals that every business needs to be truly successful and profitable. And of course, those four fundamentals are how to acquire new customers or clients, how to take those new customers or clients and convert them into loyal customers or clients that stick with you forever, maximizing the revenue off of each one of those customers or clients, and of course systems, which is the glue that holds everything together. Now, most business, this video today is super important. I want to talk to you today about marketing and advertising. That's the thing that most business owners feel that they need the most help with. I would argue that the starting point, there should be some other starting points, but that's fine. We'll go into that. So again, today we're going to talk about marketing and advertising. Now, here's the thing. Most people believe that I should say advertising and marketing are the same thing. They are not. They are actually two completely different things. Okay, so let's look at how most businesses acquire their new customers or clients. Typically, it falls into one of two different areas. For the general services type world, restaurants, maybe some retail, services industries like hair salons and that sort of thing, they approach it from the standpoint of throwing out a coupon or perhaps even utilizing Groupon, daily deal type marketing, and that sort of thing, because they have no idea who's going to be seeing that message. But it's okay. Everybody needs a haircut. Everybody needs to eat, so that's okay. That's your target market is basically everybody. Okay. And then for products or specialty services or specialty industries, presumably, and hopefully you do this, is you start with figuring out who could benefit the most from whatever it is that you have to offer. And then finding that, trying to define that large group of people, and then you're sending your advertisements towards that group of people. Same thing, it's just a different way to go about it. But here's the fatal flaw, or the most common flaw that I see small business owners do, and that is they send out their advertising and they get a certain amount of business, products, services, whatever. They get a certain amount of business, and now they want more, so they just kind of wash, rinse, repeat. They do the same thing, throw out another ad. Maybe you change the ad, maybe you try to, make it look different or edgy or whatever, and that's all great. But the process that you're doing is wasting a ton of money, and it's wasting a ton of potential. And here's why. Now, first of all, I don't like to call advertising. I like to call advertising lead generation. Okay, so really all that you're doing, when you send out advertisements is you're sending it out to a large group of people, that either to the general public or to a certain group of people that you think might be most interested in what you have to offer. And a certain amount of those people are going to respond. They're going to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested. Okay. But most of them, while they may be interested, they don't actually pull the trigger and buy whatever it is that you have to offer. They just kind of pass by the offer. In the case of general services like restaurants or whatever, they'll come in and give you a try. Okay, so but that's the whole purpose. If you stop thinking about it in terms of advertising and thinking about it in terms of lead generation, the lead generation is doing the heavy lifting. It's the most expensive form of advertising that you can do. And if you think about it in terms of lead generation, really what you're doing, your goal, your mission, what you're trying to accomplish is you're taking that large group of people and you're finding out which of those people are interested in what you have to offer. They're raising their hand. They're saying, I'm interested. Okay, so the most vitally important thing that you should do, and I don't care what kind of business you have, products, services, restaurant, I don't care, is you need to capture that information. You need to get their information. So in the case of a restaurant or a hair salon or general services type industry, when they come in, you need to do everything you can to capture that information. If you're selling a product, a specialty service, a high-end thing, or whatever, again, you need a method to capture their information, those people who responded who maybe didn't even buy. You need a method to capture that information so that then you can do marketing too. So again, the most expensive form of the single greatest expense every business has is usually their marketing. Okay, so you're spending all this money reaching a wide group of people, and then you kind of fall down on the job and you just market to that broad segment again, when you should be marketing directly to the people who have shown interest in whatever it is that you have to offer. You will capture far more business and make far more money and have a much better quality of client or customer that you're looking for. Now, so what you need to do then, once you capture that information, is you need to set up some sales funnels. Now, you need to do this in advance, and you really need to think it through. So, okay, so you might say, okay, I've got their information. Maybe I'll just send some friendly emails or send a letter thanking them for their interest. Nothing salesy, okay? Nothing salesy. You're not trying to sell them. You're not trying to convert them right there and then. What you're doing is you're building a relationship so that they feel better about buying from you. Simple fact of the matter is, these days, it can take, depending on your business and what you have to offer, it can take as many as 18 touches before they actually become a loyal customer or client. Okay, so you need a system to bring them along, to show them that you're interested in them, you can genuinely solve their problems or satisfy their desires, and it's just a system of regularly reaching out to them and communicating with them. Sometimes you're going to actually try to sell them, say, hey, I've got this great deal, if you're selling a product, hey, I got they shipped me 3 boxes more than what I ordered, so, I've got a special deal and I'm going to pass that along to you. I mean, there's a million different mechanisms that you can use, but sometimes you want to sell them or try to sell them. Other times you don't. You don't want to sell them anything. You're just providing them information, providing them things of value so that they feel more comfortable using you and your business at some point in time down the road. Okay, so these funnels need to be well thought out. Step 1, okay, in a couple days you're going to do step 2. Okay, maybe next week you're going to do step 3. Okay, step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As long as you want to make that funnel. But here's the cool thing: it takes some work to set these funnels up. Okay, it does take a lot of thought and planning. But once you have these funnels set up, then systems that I also spoke about in the guide I provided you, but systems then take over. And they do most of that stuff automatically for you while you're asleep, okay? So once you have that funnel set up, it runs like clockwork, okay? So that's how you really, maximize your marketing dollars. Now, these funnels can be simple or they can be very complex. I can show a couple with you here. So like here's one idea. It's a special type of business. This is more of an internet type business where you have, okay, you send out this, if they click, then great, then they do that, and if they don't, they might buy. If they don't buy, then okay, then we need to set up another strategy for a deadline. They click, they don't click. If they don't click, you do this and that and this and that. Here's another example. Several different forms of advertising or lead generation ideas. You give something away, and that triggers that and that. And if they don't do this stuff, then you can go here and here. And bottom line is, you can make this as simple as you want. You can make it as complex as you want. It all depends on what you have to offer. Okay, what does it take to bring these people along to where they eventually become customers or clients? So again, some of this stuff can be kind of complex. You do need systems in place, and you do need to set those systems up so that you can maximize your, all of your marketing dollars to the greatest effect, and also leverage your time. That's the other thing. Systems free up your time. Yes, they take work to set up, but once they're set up, they're just running on autopilot, and that frees your time up to focus on other areas of your business. Now, these funnels can be set up for your sales process. They can be set up for a retention strategy. They can be set up for a referral strategy. A whole strategy to send out regular promotions to your customers that are loyal to you. They can do all of these things. If you need some help setting these things up, I'd be more than happy to help. I'm offering, of course, my free 1-hour consultation. I'll be happy to give you some ideas, some suggestions, come up with an actual plan just specifically for your business. I'm happy to do that. So, click the button and request your consultation, and hopefully I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you much.